Sawadee Cup. Welcome to welcome to Atum Ra Raw. Um, so to pick up from where we left off last time, I have been on my journey. This is actually I think day two, technically of my raw vegan journey. Just want to talk about what I've been eating as well as just kind of have a talk about the lifestyle of being raw vegan as well as practicing breatharianism, living a life with extended periods of fasting or eating little to none at all. So today, was actually we I ended up eating the same things that we ate yesterday. We still had some guacamole left over. Now I'm not, like I said on the last videos, we're not super strict on how we're going to do our raw veganism so much. Um, I'm not a, just to say it, I'm not against things like soups or teas, um, because I do like to make teas or herbal teas and whatnot. So that I don't know who really makes up these rules to say what's extreme raw and whatnot. But my wife said something very cute. She was like, "We are raw. We are 100% raw 97% of the time," or something along those lines. So yeah, today we just ate some guacamole. We did have some noodle soup. My wife actually wasn't feeling too well earlier this morning. Just kind of woman stuff, I guess. Oh my gosh. Anyways, but yeah, we did that. We ate the guacamole, and I've been energized all day. I actually sunbathed today, which I think is really extremely important in this lifestyle and the changes that you make sure that you do find that new energetic replacement, you know, because ultimately the reason why people eat the foods they eat is because we're all trying to get back to eating the sun, in a sense, you know. The sun is the divine energy of our plane of existence. So I guess that leads into the other bit of the conversation that I said I wanted to talk about today about this path being a spiritual one, although it is a physical journey, clearly, but uh, not in order to separate that, because I find it hard to, how can I say? Spirituality is a very specific thing that many people, especially in this day and age, I don't know if it's just a popular belief or whatnot, but everybody thinks that they're some metaphysicists these days. And that's okay, because I'm just happy that people are coming on to that knowledge. But ultimately, I personally don't believe that you can be truly spiritually awakened if your physical body is not up to par. Because when we're talking about chakras, even if we're talking about the Vedas and in ancient Hinduism and whatnot, that it all starts at the base, at the most physical reality. Either you're talking about the tree of life, the Kabbalah tree of life, things of that. It all starts from the bottom up. So to say that, oh, I'm woke or whatnot, and to open up your third eye and whatnot, without having, while you have a gut or anything of that nature, it just doesn't seem to make sense. I personally don't want to eat food from people who I can visibly see are unhealthy. And I'm not body shaming anybody, but let's be realistic at the same time. So, as far as spirituality goes, I think the best thing to do is to start the processes of working on your physical body. But everybody wants to be a magician. Day one, everybody wants to shoot a fireball from their hands, for some reason. But basically, you can't be a superhero if you're not even a superhuman. You can't. You understand? People like for me personally, one of my favorite heroes growing up, at least, was Spider-Man. And it was only recently that I was able to realize that, hold on, Peter Parker wasn't just some random kid who got powers and was saving the day. He was already superhuman with his intellect. His mind was already there, and his physical body might have been, it was workable. So that was made it more easy to get superpowers. But everybody wants to be 600 pounds and then wake up one day overnight as Superman, and that's not how that works. If even if you wanted to talk about it from an alien or supernatural standpoint, Ain't no God gonna come down here and be like, "Yeah, bring me your fattest person." Excuse my language. I don't wanna, like I said, I don't wanna shame anybody. But I find it hard to say that if there is some extraterrestrial help, that they're gonna choose someone who they're gonna choose Donald Trump. I don't know, over someone like Michael Phelps. You know, that's the real Aquaman. You know, things like that. So, not to go on a tangent too long, but I'm training my body right now, and it in turn is changing my mind and my thoughts every day. I'm thinking differently. I've realized, as someone who also used to partake in, you know, a little bit of the herb here and there, I realized there's no better high than to be drenched in your own sweat and just and then calm down. That, oh my goodness, you want a dopamine release? The best dopamine release is to feel proud of yourself. That's just how I see it. So that's what I've been working on in that sense. And today I actually hit a great milestone, personal milestone. In this journey, I'm not doing any of this for the actual weight loss purposes or anything of that sort, but my personal. So I don't have a I don't have a real set number that I want to drop down to. But I know that the last time I was under 200 pounds, I was like 17. That's the truth of the matter. And like I said in other videos, I was something like 250 pounds 3 years ago before I started my vegan journey, and then now here I am. So for me today, when I actually weighed myself, and I didn't weigh myself in the morning, I actually weighed myself at night after eating the avocados, which, for lack of a better word, can be considered a heavy meal. And for the first time, I am under 200 pounds now. I am 88 kilos right now. So it's gonna be fun to see where else I go on this journey as I continue to exercise and whatnot. But I was just listening to my personal mentor, and please check out his videos as well. Just because we need more people to reach this knowledge. That's probably the only way to really help the planet. I don't want to say heal the planet. It's not our job in that sense. We didn't even mess it up. You know, it's not messed up. It's more so our thought processes that had got messed up. So there's things, but the planet, this planet has been here long before us. It'll be here long after us, if that's the case. Uh, we are right now just trying to fix the things that we feel are wrong, that are making. Let's say, think of the planet as your landlord or whatnot, and your landlord kind of walked into your apartment and saw that you had tore up or graffitied the whole wall. Right now, the landlord has said you have 2 weeks to clean this up, or else you're out of here. And we're just, that's where some of us are on the aspect of like, I like it how it is. I'm gonna just keep doing this, and then if they put me out, then that's life. And other of us are like, nah, let's at least just repaint the wall. But then there's some of us who are just like, go ahead and put us out. I didn't make this mess. Go ahead and put me out. I'll survive. I'm trying to be somebody who's just like, I'm not choosing any sides. If I was in the Matrix, which all of this is quote unquote the Matrix, and I was offered the red or the blue pill, I want to be the one that says, nah, brother, I'm good. I don't take pills. And then find my own way, find my own path. But ultimately, when you live in a realm of duality, everything is trying to pull you towards the duality. So if we're working on extremes, then why not work on the extreme positive for yourself? You know? Many people dwell on the negative sides of their lives, and they're like, oh, this is the past, and this and all of those things. But if life is almost 50-50 chance, why are you only focused on the negative part of that 50-50, on the negative outcome? People say, what if? And they say it in a negative. But what if it works out, you know? So for me, that's just how I've been looking at all of this. I'm like, listen, best case scenario, out of all of my practices, out of all of the eating, I become like God. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work out that well, and I can always go back to eating, but I've experienced what overeating and doing bad for myself would bring. I've experienced that already. So now this is the one time I'm really like, no, let me experience the other side of the things. See, my whole life I felt like I was a big person. Never big, like big, I guess you'd say. But I was always what people would call chubby or chuff. I played football, lineman, and a little bit of linebacker and whatnot. The bigger positions for smaller men, yeah. But anyways, the last note I want to just say on the physicality or the physical world being the spiritual world is there are countless numbers of religions and spiritual practices and mental practices and tests of those things. But when it comes to physicality, it's usually only exercising. And the reason why I say that one is the most important is because ultimately, this right here is the only guarantee you and I have. If you're watching this video, if you're able to watch this video or hear this video or anything of that sort, that means you are in the physical world right now. And as much as we all hope and would pray or whatnot that there is another reality, another world where things are just better and everything is whatnot, it might not be as such. Or I shouldn't say it might not be as such. I should just say that why are you dreaming for the next world when you're letting this one go right past you? When you could easily make your life that much better right now and then realize that, hold on, I am creating that heaven that I'm speaking of right now. You see, like I said in many videos already, or before, I shouldn't even say many videos, it's like my second one, right? But I live in wonderful Thailand, and it every time I go outside, it is just vibrant colors and beautiful people and everyone's smiling and whatnot, even during this time, which historically it's a dark time, whatnot, but it's always a dark time for someone, you know. And I just see so much beauty now. Now, I'm not going to say that I always saw it like that. There was times, especially like over the summer, where I might not have been doing all of the proper things for myself, where my inner self was saying that, oh, all of that looks negative or demonic or whatever people want to say. I saw it like that because I was seeing all of the negative. I was choosing in my own mind to see negatives. And that was making me feel worse. And it was affecting my relationships with people as well as my wife and all of those things. But I didn't want to see that no more. I saw how that could be damning if I carried on in that same path. So I decided, okay, let me try and reprogram myself. This isn't the first time I've ever reprogrammed myself. We reprogram ourselves all the time. So ultimately, that was the conclusion that I came to. I'm hoping that I was able to give you some information. Please keep following along, man. This is going to be an experience, and I have to give myself a round of applause. I'm certain other people out there. I hope somebody else is following this journey and doing the same things. Once again, if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm riding my bike. I am typically eating once, maybe twice within about a 4 to 5 hour window each day. Raw vegan, and I'm fasting right now, roughly about 1 to 2 days a week. You know, I'm working myself up, but some people aren't even thinking about fasting yet. So I'm trying to think light years ahead, because you know, when the aliens come, when the aliens come and they come with their new technologies that are 3,000 years ahead, you don't want to still be in a 2020 mentality. You want to be one of those people who they see as an innovator, as a futuristic person worthy of going to that next spiritual realm that we've all been looking for. Anyways, no more coming down on anybody. I want to just say peace and love to everybody. How or whatever they want to say that the natives used to say, because I know we don't even speak the language of those pure beings anymore. But all love, all blessings, prosperity to you all. Thank you for listening, and I will catch you on the next video. Please subscribe and whatnot. Yeah, peace.